Alright. There is literally nothing like a clean house when you're trying to be creative. And as you saw from the title of the video, this video is all about how to be a content creator. And as somebody who's been in the content creation space for the last 5 years, I can honestly say it's worth it. But it does have its ups and downs. Because as stressful and as hard and as long as the days can be, the experiences that you get to have and the friends that you get to make are so worth every bit of it. So let's start with number one. Number one's interesting because it has a lot of layers. It's picking your niche. Now, do I believe that you should have one focus? Absolutely. But the thing about focusing on one niche is you have to find your niche. Like for myself, for instance, I've been in the fashion space, I've been in the men's grooming space, in cooking, in travel, in experience. I've done them all. And they all really come back to one niche, which is lifestyle. So yeah, I might be doing some different things, but it all comes back to just me being myself in my life. So my main advice here is pick a couple things that you're passionate about and just start creating content around them. Because as you go along, you're gonna see what feels the most comfortable, and you're also gonna see what your audience actually wants to see out of you. And if you can link those two up, it's a great start. Is it weird that I still make quick oats in a pot? So I don't think number two can be overlooked at all. It's really just staying consistent, which I personally believe can be the hardest part. Because if you're putting out content day after day, every single day, it gets a little hard when you don't see the rewards. But that's one of the things you have to get used to in the content space. It's very slow gratification. And instead of chasing the vanity metrics like the followers, which leads to money and brand deals, you need to start looking at it like Mr. Beast says. Make 100 videos and every single video get a little bit better. I know it's challenging and it gets in your head when you don't see the fruits of your labor, but trust me, stay consistent and watch what happens. Alright, workout is done. I've been bulking recently and that is going pretty decently. Today was like my rest day and I just felt like getting in there and doing something, so it was a bunch of just random movements just to get some blood flowing. It felt good. I got some energy now, so feeling great. Moving on to the next point, number three. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because when you're in the creative space, a lot of your creativity is going to come from getting uncomfortable. You might have to be shooting out in public. You're talking to a camera constantly, which if we're being honest, when you start out is very uncomfortable because there's not another person reciprocating conversations. Depending on the kind of content you're going to make, you could be making content with somebody else doing a podcast or a video, and you know, that's easy, but you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable and getting out of that comfort zone. How many times are you going to say comfort in this one video? But I really think that's a part that a lot of people have to get over. You think it's really easy until you get into this, and then you figure out you're trying to be somebody else on camera. And I guess we can move into the next point of all this, where you have to be yourself. Because when you become a content creator and you get on camera, you want to kind of heighten yourself. You always try to be somebody else to make yourself feel more comfortable, but that shows off. You have to get really comfortable with being yourself. Of course, be a heightened version of yourself. Be excited, be energetic, because nobody wants to see a dud, but be yourself in all of this. So now it's time for me to go get some groceries and head home. When did this turn into a vlog? And the prep time's extremely simple. All you want is suck all of that moisture out, but it's gonna... Alright, so you've picked your niche, you fully committed, and you're not afraid to take chances and get out there and be a little weird. Awesome. But Scotty, how am I gonna make money doing this? Okay, that's the real question. And it's not a really simple answer because there's so many different ways to make money. One is just through automation of all of the social media platforms. So basically you get paid out of the amount of views that each one of your videos gets. I can tell you right now, that's not the way to start. The way that I make the majority of my income doing this is through brand deals. Finding a brand that really lines up with you and your niche is key. And once you can find that brand that you line up with that matches your style, it's so easy. But it's incredibly important to pick a brand that you truly believe in. But Scotty, how do I get a brand invested in me? My biggest tip for everybody is start with free work. When I was first getting going, all I would do is buy as much product from all the brands that I wanted to work with, then I would shoot free content with it, send it back to the brand and say, hey, you know, I just made this. I want to tell you I'm a huge fan of your brand. If there's any possibility of us working together, let me know. And if you do that enough times to enough brands, it's almost guaranteed that at least one or two of them are going to reach back out and say, hey, yeah, I'd love to work with you. They might offer free product at first, and that's where most of us start. And be okay with that. That's where you hone the craft. Figure out how to talk about a brand. If you can start selling the brand without getting paid for it, you know that later on your value is going to be immense. So start by providing an immense amount of value and just watch what happens. And with that being said, let's take a second to hear from our sponsor, Manscaped. Fellas, it's time to stop looking like a beaver. Yes, it is No Shave November, but let me tell you a secret. Your body hair doesn't count in that. Now, I agree that it is getting cold outside. But let's face it, that doesn't mean you have to grow out a winter pelt. Because as manly as you are, the days of being a caveman are over. And lucky for us, Manscaped was prepared and came out with a new Lawnmower 5.0. This thing has everything the old 4.0 has, but now has an interchangeable foil razor head, which really helps you get that cleaner, smoother shave. It's also got a new multi-light function that helps adjust to your skin tone. So you're never gonna have to worry worry about missing that peach fuzz again. It's really that easy to keep everything in check this season. But if you do want a full review and breakdown of this guy, I did do another video and I'll link it right here. But if you're ready to tackle that body hair right now, head over to manscaped.com, use my code SS20OFF, save yourself some money, get 20% off plus free shipping. Now get out there, enjoy that beard, and feel confident with anything that's under that winter coat. So my last tip that I'm gonna leave you with is key, and that is you have to be adaptable. Let's just face it, trends are going to change and your content needs to change along with it. It doesn't mean throwing your core niche away at all. It just means adapting to the times and implementing your niche into that current trend. I'm not saying you have to be the person who's dancing on TikTok, but you have to keep up with relevancy. And really don't be afraid to experiment, because if something doesn't perform well, it just doesn't perform well. And one of the cool parts about content is there's never an ending. So experiment, allow yourself to expand and have some fun. Remember that this entire journey is about learning and growth, and you just have to be okay with it. So stay passionate, stay committed, and success is bound to follow. But if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. It's people like you that help me keep growing as a creator and keep doing what I love to do. And even the fact that you're spending a little bit of time watching me and interacting with me means the absolute world. But if you guys like this video, make sure to leave it a like, leave it a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out. And if you want to see more videos like this or you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. But until I see you again, stay passionate, stay grateful, and I'll talk to you again soon. You!